If all you can do is read print and write print, you're not getting the full benefits of being literate in the world anymore.
Media is all around us, and we are bombarded with it from the day we're born. And it's the pictures that you see in the books you read when you're little, it's the videos that you watch, it's the toys that you play with.
It's a more 21st century situated interpretation of what literacy is.
Media literacy is exactly what print literacy is, except that we add the ability to communicate and analyze with pictures and sounds.
You're looking at maps, you're looking at social media feed, you're watching Netflix, and it's giving you information, it's entertaining you, it's persuading you. So if you can help students be a bit more cognizant that that's happening, you're empowering them.
It teaches me how to learn, in a sense, because it's teaching me how to watch and how to look, keep a mindful eye, and how to be aware.
And we want them to not just be consumers of it, but to be able to critique it and identify what techniques are being used and how that's affecting how they think about what they're seeing.
It really should be a requirement that we should learn with multiple aspects of media, not just books.
Constructivist media decoding takes general concepts like inquiry and discussion and analysis, and it makes them real in a concrete way on the ground. That's what CMD does.
Do you think these images reinforce stereotypes or challenge stereotypes?
100% enforces stereotypes.
Why?
Because it's saying that men only do the hard work or the heavy lifting.
Just looking at the cover, who do you think they write Pete the Cat books for? Who is their audience? Who do they want to read that, Kennedy?
For us.
Who's us? If you do think, yes, this book is for teenagers, why do you think
that? Do you think that was done purposefully? Memes are usually made to bring joke to or kind of make something less serious or more funny.
How would we find out about these claims that were made in that short little video clip? Where would we go to find out?
Because this work is designed to be integrated into every subject area, a librarian is just a natural fit.
The school libraries are the hub of the school. They teach the entire school, they collaborate with the teachers.
No matter what they're looking at, a tweet, a lyric, a poster, a painting, they will now look at all of those things with these background questions. If we start drilling them into their brains in art class, in health class, in social studies class, in the library, now they know, she's showing me something, who made that? I don't know. All of a sudden, they're going to start doing the thing that we want their brains to do.
This is the role of the library media specialist, is to be the media literacy instructional coach and collaborative educator with their classroom and content area teachers.
Who do you think made the book? And who was it made for? Who was the audience?
Since Constructivist Media Decoding is really just giving students their voice and giving them the power to lead the discussion and the power to explore on their own, it actually not only empowers the students a lot more, but it made my library lessons stronger because they were getting more out of the lessons.
I took a little piece and I peppered it into something I already do, and that worked really well.
I really realized the more I do it, the better I'm getting, and it really just becomes part of my regular vocabulary and my regular teaching skills.
As a librarian at the high school level, it's a lot of co-teaching. You're inherently co-teaching, and I would like to just do more lessons together.
We can learn from each other, and the librarian can support them. They can come watch us, and they can watch us do it well, and they can watch us struggle, and then they can try it, and they can struggle and do well, and we can learn from them, and they can learn from us.
So when you're doing your CMD work, the teachers are actually watching you do it.
So they get to see me modeling it, and hopefully, a lot of times actually, they ask me, hey, give me more information on that. And so that's how I hope to see it trickle beyond the librarian teaching this, but the classroom teacher when I'm not there as well.
I did work with a global teacher and did a couple lessons with him, and he thought this stuff was amazing.
One of the things I started doing when people were asking for resource lists, instead of just giving them resources that I would normally give them from the library, I was also going on to Project Look Sharp and finding resources from there that might help support their lessons.
I realized that our students had a lot of stereotypes when they were looking at the images on this website. And so I actually said to the teachers, would you mind if we add on to what we're doing, because I think we can hit another school-wide goal. So I was able to use one of the Project Look Sharp lessons on Africa and stereotypes and use it with our kids. And it was just a 15-minute extension activity that allowed us to now meet our school-wide goal or mission. And also we were able to work on media literacy skills that we hadn't already planned on using, and we were able to connect it directly with the content we were doing within the reading and writing and social studies curriculum.
That's when you said, what makes you say he's a warrior? And that was perfect, because that got into a great conversation.
I presented at a faculty meeting in my building and it was very well received, and I would really like to expand upon that this year.
Training librarians to do CMD and having librarians help train teachers make sure that every student will get to do this not as a one-off, not as a one-time thing, but as a routine way of learning.
What do you think the creator of this media wanted you to think?
That's something I really love about the Project Look Sharp lessons. They're all based on these series of inquiry questions that students answer as they attempt to decode the media. They have over 500 media literacy lessons that you can search by keyword, subject, or age and grade level. These media literacy lessons are for every single subject area. Here's one of my favorites that we use all the time in global studies. And in this lesson, students analyze National Geographic covers to draw conclusions about how we stereotype African civilizations. You can see that this lesson includes PowerPoint, student handout, teaching guide, and activity plan. Let's take a peek at the activity plan that comes with the Africa lesson. It tells me grade levels, it gives me objectives, it tells me what standard it aligns to. I've got some vocabulary. It talks about the media that's included in a separate file. It tells me how to do this. It gives me links to the PowerPoints and some websites for additional procedures. It tells me the time for the activity, and then it goes ahead and it walks me through the procedures for running this lesson and what kinds of questions to ask students. Best of all, Project Look Sharp is totally free. You have access to all of these great lessons plans, resources, objectives on their website, and you just create an account. No cost involved.
Know from the things I've shown you which one's more credible or not, Alana?
No, I think you need more information.
And what's the information you need to have to really delve into the issue of credibility?
Who these people are, what their purpose is,
Tell me.
how they're getting their information.
Yes. Yeah, anything else to add? Brett?
How they're getting their funding.
Why is that significant?
Because the money basically controls it. So.
What do you mean?
Because I like this one because it's cool.
It's very interactive, but it's also learning about other people and what they think about whatever the topic is.
Collaborative learning, because you're asking the audience and students, and I feel like a lot of teachers will just put the answer up on a board and expect you to memorize it.
It's like a way of showing not just the teacher's opinion, because sometimes the teacher's has different opinions than the student, so it's a way of showing everyone's opinion.
Media literacy has made me realize that there's a lot of perspectives, and just because they disagree doesn't mean that one is wrong or right.
It's literally like teaching you how to learn.
The immediate thing that comes to my mind is, okay, who made this? What is their purpose for making this? What are my own biases, and how is that informing my opinion of this video?
Our goal is to reach all students in New York State, to shift culture, to improve teaching practice, to reform education to be more inquiry-based, have critical thinking at the center of what teachers do in all subject areas and all grade levels. You know, it's a pretty high aspiration, but it is one that we've got our eye on.